Now, it is our pleasure to welcome Her Royal Highness Princess Rema bint Bandar Al Saud, Vice President for Women's Affairs of the General Sports Authority.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أولاً أحب أرحب فيكم في بيتي، الأرض اللي مبنية عليها الجامعة، بيت قصر الملك فيصل الله يرحمه وهو جدي. I'd like to welcome you all to my home. This university is built on the grounds of King Faisal's palace, and it's the home that we used to call home because that's my grandfather. So it's an honor for me to speak to you today from this point, and it's an honor for me to be here. I'd like to speak in English, as I know you have many guests that are in the room that perhaps Arabic may not be your primary language. Because what I'd like to talk to you about today is an initiative that this government has created under the Vision 2030 called the Quality of Life Program. The Quality of Life Program is an initiative that I sit on the executive committee of under the patronage of His Excellency Ahmed Al-Khatib. The goal of this initiative is to improve not only the quality of life from a lifestyle point of view, but from a livability point of view. And as we have many of the architecture students and people who are the movers and shakers in the industry of architecture, what I'd like you to realize is you now have a game plan, but you also have a partner in this initiative, where we would like you to consider us as your partners to allow the people and the citizens of this nation to not only benefit from the innovation that you'll be bringing to the table, but the knowledge that you have that will allow us to take the citizen view into the development of this nation. We are talking about a cultural center, and I'd like to thank Mr. Ziad Sderi and specifically Jawahir for her leadership in this initiative, because the face of this nation is going to be created for the youth of this nation, but it has to be created by the individuals that have the knowledge to draw the plan. So as much as everybody's focusing on the millennial generation, I'd like us to focus on everyone in this room, and I'd like everyone to take a look to the left and right and realize this nation is not a nation of millennials, it's a nation of all of us. And if we don't create the kind of initiatives that we would like to celebrate ourselves in and by and for, the millennials will have no history to follow and they'll have no path to follow. So today, as you consider what is the future of education, research, and practice in architecture, what is the building and what is the infrastructure that we can thrive in that will allow the next generation to thrive off of and inspire the generation after them. The function of a livability program plus a lifestyle program means that the initiatives that will come out of this will not only benefit a nation from an economic point of view, because it will create jobs, but will also benefit the world. Because the innovation that will come out of this nation, because we're harnessing the skills of our youth, will be youth that will travel from here and go out and be the ambassadors of the future. And what would be sensational and wonderful is if those ambassadors are not sports ambassadors, that they're not music ambassadors, but that they are the ambassadors of our culture and our ethics and our values. And the values that this nation was built on was generosity and kindness and solidarity. And architecture, in its permanence, represents all three in the graciousness of space and in the graciousness of hospitality. So what I would encourage you to do today is don't forget that you are a consumer of this nation, not just the next generation. And don't forget that the path that you're building will be a benefit to others, but must be accommodating of you, of me, and our youth. And with that, I thank you very much.